You wake with a start. Darkness surrounds you, thick and heavy. The air hangs stagnant, smelling of damp wood and something faintly metallic. Where are you? You try to remember, but your mind is a swirling void. Panic claws at the edges of your thoughts. A single lantern casts long, dancing shadows across the room. You're lying on a rough-hewn wooden floor, your body aching. You sit up, your head throbbing in time with your pulse. It feels like someone is using your skull for a drum. You look around the small, cramped cabin. Dust motes dance in the lantern light. There's a rickety table in the center of the room, a couple of chairs overturned on the floor. A fireplace stands cold and empty against one wall. The only source of light is that flickering lantern, casting eerie shadows that seem to writhe and twist. You're alone. The silence is deafening, broken only by the sound of your own ragged breathing. You try to remember how you got here, but there's nothing. It's like someone has taken a sponge to your brain, wiping it clean. You push yourself to your feet, stumbling slightly. You grip the edge of the table, steadying yourself. Your hand comes away sticky. You look down and see blood, dark and crusted, staining your fingers. Panic surges again, hot and choking. Where is the blood coming from? You look down at yourself. You're wearing a shirt you don't recognize, a once white cotton now stained with dirt and something that looks suspiciously like blood. You check your pockets. Empty, except for a crumpled pack of cigarettes and a lighter. No wallet, no phone, no identification, nothing familiar. It's as if you've been stripped of your identity. You notice something else then. Scratched into the surface of the wooden table, almost invisible beneath the grime, are a series of numbers. You lean closer, trying to make them out in the dim light. 508. The rest are too faint to read. What do they mean? Are they some kind of clue? You search the cabin frantically, driven by fear and a desperate need to understand. There must be something here, something to explain how you got here, who you are. You find a heavy wooden chest tucked beneath a window. It takes all your strength to lift the lid. Inside, nestled amongst yellowed linens and moth-eaten blankets, you find a leather-bound journal. Its pages are filled with faded ink, the handwriting spidery and cramped. You open the journal, your heart pounding. The first entry sends a chill down your spine. They say everyone deserves a second chance, but what about a third or a fourth? How many times can you run from the past before it catches up with you? The words seem to jump off the page, echoing in the silence of the cabin. The journal belongs to a man named Samuel, the entries detailing a life shrouded in darkness and regret. He writes of a past he's desperate to escape, of mistakes he can never undo. Each page drips with guilt and a growing sense of paranoia. Someone or something is hunting him. He doesn't know who, but he knows they're getting closer. You turn the brittle pages of the journal, each one deepening the mystery. Then something slips from between the pages. It's a photograph, old and faded. You pick it up, holding it closer to the lantern light. The photo shows a younger Samuel, his face open and smiling. He's standing with a woman and a young girl. The woman is beautiful, with long dark hair and eyes that shine with laughter. The girl, no more than 5 or 6 years old, clutches a teddy bear, her smile gap-toothed and innocent. They look happy, carefree, like a family who has never known pain or fear. You turn the photo over. On the back, written in the same hand as the journal, are 3 names: Samuel, Emily and Lily. A knot of unease tightens in your stomach. Who are these people? And what do they have to do with you? You flip back through the journal, searching for their names, desperate for some clue, some connection. Section 5. Footsteps in the dark. A noise from outside shatters the silence. Footsteps, heavy and deliberate, coming closer to the cabin. Your heart leaps into your throat. Someone is out there. You freeze, listening intently. The footsteps pause outside the cabin door. A moment of silence, thick with anticipation. Then a sharp knock. 3 times. The sound echoes through the small space, amplifying your fear. You're trapped, with no way to defend yourself. You glance around the cabin, your eyes falling on the heavy fireplace poker. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. You take a deep breath, trying to slow your racing heart and grip the poker tightly. You back away from the door, your eyes never leaving the handle. It rattles ominously in its frame. Whoever is outside is getting impatient. You brace yourself, waiting for the inevitable confrontation. The door swings open with a groan. The lantern light spills out into the darkness, momentarily blinding you. You raise the poker, ready to strike, your heart pounding against your ribs. A figure steps into the cabin. It's a man, tall and broad-shouldered, his face obscured by the shadows. He takes another step closer, and the light from the lantern falls across his features. You gasp. It's him, Samuel, but older, his face etched with years of hardship and guilt. His eyes, though, are unmistakable. The same eyes that stared out from the photograph, the same eyes that are now locked on yours, filled with a mixture of recognition and accusation. He speaks, his voice raspy, as if unused for days. "I knew you'd come back here," he says, his words slow and deliberate. "You can't hide from the past forever." You stare at him, your mind reeling. What is he talking about? Why does he look at you like he knows you? And what does any of this have to do with the blood on your shirt and the missing memories? Samuel takes another step towards you, and you instinctively raise the poker higher. "Don't come any closer," you warn, your voice shaking. He stops, a sad smile playing across his lips. "You don't recognize me, do you?" he asks, his voice barely a whisper. "Look closer, look into the mirror of your past." His words spark something in the recesses of your mind, a memory flickering like a candle in the wind. You see a young girl, her eyes bright with laughter, her small hand tucked in yours. You see a woman, her face etched with worry, begging you to stop, to think. And you see him, Samuel, but not the broken man standing before you. You see him as he was in the photograph, young, full of life, his eyes filled with love for his family. You see yourself raising a hand, striking him down in a fit of rage. You see the blood, the horror in his eyes, the lifeless body crumpling to the floor. The memories come flooding back, each one a hammer blow to your soul. You remember the argument, the accusations, the blinding rage that consumed you. You remember leaving Samuel's lifeless body on the floor of this very cabin, fleeing into the night, desperate to escape the consequences of your actions. You remember trying to bury the memory of that night, to forget the face of the man you murdered. You drop the poker, the metal clattering against the wooden floor. You stumble back, as if struck, your hand flying to your mouth to stifle a scream. You remember everything now. The blood on your shirt, the dirt on your face. It's not just Samuel's blood you carry, it's the stain of your sin. Samuel watches you, his eyes filled with a chilling sadness. "You took everything from me," he says, his voice hollow. "My life, my family, my future. I don't know what came over me," you stammer, your voice cracking with shame. "I didn't mean to." "Didn't mean to?" Samuel's voice rises, sharp with pain. "You left me here to die. You left my Emily to find me, to cradle my broken body in her arms. You left my Lily without a father." He takes another step towards you and you shrink back, collapsing onto one of the rickety chairs. You can't escape the truth. You can't outrun the consequences of your actions. Justice, it seems, has finally come for you. "You think you can just forget?" Samuel asks, his voice dangerously quiet. "You think you can just erase what you've done?" He shakes his head slowly, his gaze burning into you. "It doesn't work that way. The past is always with us. It shapes us, defines us. And sometimes," he adds, his voice dropping to a whisper, "it comes back to claim what we owe." He kneels before you, his face inches from yours. His eyes, once filled with warmth and life, are now cold and empty, reflecting the abyss that has become your life. "And what do I owe?" you ask, your voice a broken whisper. Samuel smiles, a chilling, humorless smile that sends shivers down your spine. "You owe your soul," he whispers, his breath hot on your face. A cold dread grips you, squeezing the air from your lungs. You understand now. This isn't just about Samuel, it's about something more, something darker. This is about atonement, retribution. This is about facing the consequences of your sins. You close your eyes, bracing yourself for the reckoning. You don't know what form it will take, but you know one thing: there's no escaping the past. It has a way of catching up with us all, eventually.